So, hello guys, hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be discussing about interview question. This question was been asked in Facebook. I think so. This was probably maybe the second or third round of the interview, and this difficulty level of this question was hard. First part. Second is this question I am going to solve in a PostGRE SQL 14, which is my this part because my SQL version haven't yet uploaded in this specific tab, so I will be solving it in this way. Okay, this is the second thing. uh, Third thing is after solving this question we will be going back to the spreadsheet and I will give some small topic about interview question based on joins which was asked in Ola. Then I think this question was been asked. Okay, so the role for while this question was asked was based on business analyst was the target position. Okay, means the placement position. So this question was asked in Ola, Genpact, and I also came to know from my friends. I think so. It was in Target or I don't remember the name, probably the Target or or it was I think this CK Birla Group. Here the position was data analyst. So this is kind of a simple question. Okay, I will give it a green mark over here because it is good to go type of question. And trust me, when you solve this question, right, the question which we will be solving after a couple of minutes. This question will give you a thorough understanding. If also someone, any of you or any of us is having any doubt in joins, it will thoroughly just take that doubts out. Like it will be just gone in a while. So it is that type of question I will say, right? Okay, this part is done. Now I am also upload. I was actually uploading the part B of yesterday's discussion. So today morning I couldn't upload. Now I think so it is ready to go. And let me just see. I do it public and publish. Yeah. So this video has been uploaded. You can watch whenever you want this, right? So I just take the screen out from here. So, welcome back again, I will say. And meanwhile, we were discussing today about a Facebook interview question. This is a kind of case study question where you will be using some sorts of logic first. Secondly, you will be also using some kind of joins. I will not say joins, but aggregation with a window function. So it is that kind of question. Basically, the concept you know that only you will be using, but the logical buildup is highly appreciated over this type of questions. So, okay, let's get back to the question. So, what does Facebook is saying? Like, assume you are given a table containing information of on Facebook user action. So, this table is known as user action. Company is Facebook, so they are calling the current table as Facebook user action. Part one. Write a query to obtain MAUs, which is the monthly active users in July 2022, including the month in numerical format 1, 2, and 3. Okay. An active user is defined as a user who performed the actions such as sign in, like, or comment in both current year, means current month, and the previous month. Okay, so now this is the table. Okay, in the table, what they are saying, who is our active users? So active users are those who have been doing this sort of actions like sign in, like, या फिर they were doing comment. So I don't know like what type of like whenever you come across this kind of questions, no. So one easy thing which you can do is First, just identify if is there any other kind of actions also that is not listed in the given table, like that is not visible to you in the given table. For example, now how many rows we have? One, two, three, four, five. Now let's say this table in the actual data set when you get it may be of 100 rows. For example, I am saying so when you get a data set of 100 rows, maybe there will be some other actions as well, like let's say someone has deleted some comment, or someone just clicked but did not do, yeah, someone has just signed in, or maybe someone did not sign in only from long 2 to 3 months. So in I am just giving a random guess, like any kind of action. But for us, it is simplified that we want to just count those users who have performed this three type of action. So just see first like what type of actions are there. So I just select event type from users actions. Now what will this give me? This will give me sort of actions that are actually present in the table. So I can only see comment, sign in and like. Okay, nothing else is there, right? So these three are the actions, means anything, any users present in this tree, we have to get that. Okay, we have to count that. One part is this. Okay, now what does this monthly users part is saying? So what they are saying is monthly active users in July 2022. So if I practically do this question, means like theoretically if I do this question, so what will I say is, let's say we have 10 users in 2022, okay, who have done these three actions: sign in, like and comment, right? And to be note over here is our this month is July, right? Now now what they are saying is who are the active users. Now let's say out of the 10 users, 7 users in year 2022 were performing all the three action, but this month was June. Okay, so who will be my active users? The active user would be 10 minus 7, means 10 minus 3. Okay, 10 minus 7 will be the users who are not active, means which will be 3 users. So 3 users will be those users who are not active. Now guess why? What I am saying is in July we have 10 users who are performing this kind of action. Out of those 10 users, 7 were performing the same kind of stuff in our June month. Okay, so what I want to identify is who are my active users. So definitely the whole 7 will be our active users, right? Because the all the 7 were performing this kind of stuff. So I have written in an inverse way that 3 of my users were not active who are present in July, because I have no record of them in June month. So they are not my monthly active users, I will rather say, right? Monthly active users. They are not my MAUs basically. If also I will show you in the spreadsheet, then let's say in June we were having 10 users who were performing three activities. Okay, same, I just copy this here. In July, now you can understand easily. In July we have 5 users who were performing the same activity. So my MAU, monthly active users, will be 10 minus 5. And what this 5 symbolizes, these are those users who were actually performing same activity, that were actually performing the same activity in both the months. This is what we need to find. So we need to find this part, MAU. That is what the question is talking about. Okay, this part. So how will we make the query over here? So before moving to the query, let's understand the requirements for identifying the actual answer. Till now we are knowing that till July we have to, in July month we have to, for the July month we have to find the MAUs. So we are talking about July, okay? July. We are also talking about year to in 2022. So the first part is clear that we need to extract July and year. This part is done. Now we also want those users who have performed this kind of activities. Signed in, like, yeah, comment. So that also we have to filter it out. So two filters we are doing over here. I will say three filters rather. One filter for month, one filter for our year, one filter for our event type. Event type means this kind of stuff like sign in, if they are doing the like or else comment. Three things. Now getting back to the month filter. So in month, what are we actually doing is we are extracting the month for July because we have to calculate the MAUs in July. So we are extracting the month number 7 out from the date, this event date. We also need to extract the previous month as well because then only I can identify, right? Like I have extracted July, which is the month number 7. Also, I need to extract the month number 6, that is our June month. Then only I will say, right, it is a 1 month gap, and then only I can say the MAU, monthly active users from June to July, right? So I will just simplify this question and just I will write this way: monthly active users from June to July. So this is the original question that you can just frame by understanding this term. Now, once this part is fitted into the mind, then we can easily solve the query. So in this type of question, actually we need to break each and every line, and then we have to identify is there some connection. For example, in this specific question, if I talk about, they are just saying that we need to identify the monthly active users in July month. But to be honest, like, what is the monthly active users? So monthly active users means a growth from 1 month to another month. So they have not told anything about June specifically. So this is what the logic comes here. And so I was saying, like, we have to break the question into the various part to understand each and every statement. So once you understand this part, like once you read this part, monthly active users in July, then automatically this part should also come to the mind that, okay, we are talking from June to July, which is what I have written in the question over here. Now let's move to the query. How will we solve this part? So select user ID. I'll just select everything. First, event ID. Now I will extract the year first. Okay, let's extract the month first. One by one we will do, right? From event date as month, extract year from event date as year. Our table name is user actions, actions, where now our first filter. What is our first filter? Our first filter is talking about the month part. So we need to extract the including the month in the numerical format. So our month is in two things only. One is June and one in July. So which function are we going to use here? If you just think, our month is in two parts, June and July. So we will be using a in function over here. So simply I can write this it as extract. This part I copied and just pasted here in 6 comma 7. So what is my 6 comma 7? Basically 6 is my June, 7 is my July. And function I will use the next part. What will be my year? Because they are specifically writing here 2022. So it is equals to 2022. And now we come to the hint part. So in hint, what they are saying, event type should be inside this thing. So our event type in signed in comment or like. I just copy this and leave it here and remove the or part from there. Great. Now just run the query and see. Without any error, we have reached till here. So now my month is specifically segregated into 6 and 7. Now I don't need to worry about any other stuff like if there is any March or August or May, anything in mid. Now it is segregated into June and July. So for our first part is done. Now I will put this as CT. Done. Now let's do this part. What we will do next. Now we will solve the after I did the filtering first. Now we will come back to the query. The query says write a query to obtain monthly active users in July. So in July means what is our month? 7. 7 as month. Simply I will just write 7 as month. Then now I will count user ID as what is that? Monthly active user from CTE. Okay, so till now we have discussed this part. Okay, if in June there are 10, in July there are 5 who have performed same activity, then obviously remaining 5 are not the monthly active users because they did not perform the same activity. So if I just frame this calculation into a statement, so can I write like this way? In July, 5 users were doing same activity in June month also. And if you just rethink what I have written, in July, 5 users were doing the same activity in June month also. Means out of 10 users, 5 users were having the same ID, right? Because they are performing the same activity and they are again performing the same activity in July. That means the the, the common users were having same ID in both the month, because user ID month will means user ID is not independent of month, right? It will be, it's not dependent on month actually, so it will be always stagnant if user has a unique ID. If I just do this way simply, let's say June, July, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I am saying 1 2 3 4 and 5. So I am saying, and these are considered this numbers as user ID. Okay, I am saying first month May there were like in June there were 10 users, July there are 5 users. I am saying the users ID in July are also equals to user ID in June month, right? So if you just re-observe this part again, all the users ID in July were the same users in the June month also, and those users are only nothing but our MAU, right? So simply if I frame it again, so where user ID in July equals user ID in June. Again if I write this thing, so user ID in 7 equals user ID in 6. What is 7 and 6? June and July, means July and June respectively. So the same code I can just quote it over here also, where user ID, I think it is small I right here, user ID in select user ID from CTE, where month MONTH equals to 6. and I'll do a group by month because I have used the count function here. And if I just run this part, you can see two different answers. First, okay, so if I just do distinct function here, because I need the distinct ID, then what happens? 2 by 2. And now if I put a distinct here also, because I again need a distinct only as my final answer, 7 by 2. If I submit this, it is working, done. So what I did in the last, let me again re-explain you from the beginning. Now this part, I hope the previous window is clear to all of us. If anyone is having any query, they can reach out to me and ping me. Specifically, I have no issues. Again, I can tell them. While I was solving this part, what I did first, I took the month 7 from here and I have given a alias name as month because my output table should have a month here. Then now I am counting the user ID based on my given month, that is number 7. Okay. Now with the logic which we have used, this logic, we were saying that the users ID, who are our MAU, monthly active users, those user, if I just reframe the statement, those user IDs in July who were performing the same activity in month of June also. So they are our MAU, right? So same thing I have written here, where user ID in select user ID from CTE, the same CTE table, where month equals to 6 means I am selecting those users who are in July and also in the month of June, and they are my MAU. Simple. So I just group by month, and I have used the distinct function because I don't want any repetition. Let me show you what will happen if I not use the distinct function, so that will be perfectly visible to all. And let me also print the user ID also. See, this is what I was saying, right? And okay, let's remove the count as of now. Let's just print the whole thing. Just remove this comma. Okay. So you can see this part, right? In month of 7, we have 445. In month of 7, we also have 648. So how many combination we have? One we have 445, one we have 648, and that is what it is repeating here. So there are two users, two distinct users, I will say. Right. Now, if I do the distinct of month, what will happen is I will just get a single value 7. And if I just do distinct of our user ID, I just get the two values. And that is what I needed to print over here. Now, again, if I show you our where clause, right? Just have a look over here. I am removing this part, where user ID part. Okay. I have just removed this part, means it will not work now. So let's just print it again. Now you see, before removing this part, we were having 648 and 445 as our unique user ID, but after removing, we have another value, that is 742. So where does this value come from? So this value is nothing, but these are those value. For instance, let's say 11, 12, 15, 12, 20, something, some value. So basically this 742 is this type of value, which is not present in June, but they are present in July, and they are performing those kind of activity like sign in, commenting, like everything. These three users are doing everything, but they were not present in month of June. So I will not consider them as my this monthly active user. So I will not consider the 742 as my monthly active users. So this is what I wanted to show. If I just tell you with the same example to make a clarity, let me just take this again. Okay, 445,648,742. Okay. So what I am saying is these two users are already present in the month of, okay, great. So I am saying that these two users 445 and 648 are having the same frequency, right? They were doing all the same activity in both the month, and they were literally present in both the month. So I will consider them as my MAU. So I will give MAU as the same frequency. But when I come to this part 742, so this is a kind of user. Okay, so this is a kind of user who was not the part of our this June month, but he has exceptionally present in our July month, and he is doing the same activity what this 445 and 648 are doing. So if you just re-observe the query again, and if you just think it in a logical way, so I am saying 445, 648 and 742 are the result which I got after filtering month, year and event type. Means I will just say event type as activity. So after doing this, I got this after my first code. I am getting this kind of result, right? This is what I am getting after my first filter. First filter means here I am talking about this part. This part. I'm just talking about this part over here. Now, after this part, when we are saying that the users present in July month, because this is for July, right? This is for July. Again, I'm saying this is for July. So the users present in July month should also be present in month of June. That is what we are filtering out in the where, and that if the users are present in both the month, then we will call it as MAU. So after filtering this, I found that only these two users were there in month of June. So I will call these two users only as my MAUs. But this one 742 is a new user who have joined the Facebook in month of July, or maybe who is performing the same kind of activity but not in the month of June, because he did not perform any such like or comment or sign in month of June. So I will not consider him as my this monthly active users. So this 742 is rejected. So same thing we are doing in the code, and I just submit this. It's 7 by 2. Hopefully you have understood this thing. Hopefully I have also explained it. The best I could have explained is this. I will also give you a hint that this same question could be solved easily in subquery method. In my some of my previous video, I have also shown such type of question where we have solved it in various methods. So you can try it away. Like if you get time, you can also visit this thing, and you can again try it by yourself. Like if you can solve it in a subquery method also. So this is what I wanted to discuss from the Facebook active user retention period, and this MAU is also known as the retention period. So always remember the name also, retention, monthly active users. So great. I hope you have enjoyed this question. Now quickly I will move to the next part of the question of our today's discussion, which was where the agenda was concept of join, which was very famous in some interviews. Okay, so one of my colleague, I will say one of my friend who have told me that He was being asked a question. One. How many there are? There should be five ones. Okay. So let's say this is column A, right? Now I have column B also. Okay. Let's say this is table one and this is table two. Okay. So I have two tables now, table one and table two, where I have five one here, five ones here. Hmm? Now, could you tell me what is my left join, what is my inner join, and what is my right join? So this is what they have asked him. Before starting of this video, I have told you once you understand this concept, how this work, why this work, and when this work. If you understand this concept, any joint question can be solved easily, and all the joint confusion, like where some issue will happen or anything, that will be almost rectified. Like again, I am saying almost rectified, not fully, because we have to do the practice on different questions, right? Sometimes the employee versus manager question will come or student versus class question. So you need to understand like where we need to put what kind of join. That is a best question, I will say. Whenever you solve the problem, you should always keep in mind like which join where to put. So this should build up automatically in the mind, comes after practice. But this question will also clarify a lot of confusion in joins part, because joins is something that is easy but confusing. So when I come to the left join first, okay. So what does my left join do? Left join is a join where my, if I say in a layman term, then where the left column means left table should come completely and each value should match the parallel value in our neck another the opposite table. If I say that means our left table is having five ones, so five one should be displayed, but each one should also join with its respective value. Respective value means what? Wherever one is there, it will make a join there, right? If one is here, this join. If one is here, this join means if I say, let me just give it a color. First one is blue color. So my this specific one will join with all the ones, right? Why? Because each number is just a single one over here, and my first value is again one. So I am saying that each number will be displayed five times with respect to the numbers present in the left table. That means what? Our join will look this way. My first one has merged with complete one, then this will display one time, and this is for my first one. Okay, let me just, yeah. This is for my second one. This is for my third one. This is for my fourth one, and this is for my fifth one. See, what I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just change the color here. Let's give different colors so that each one can follow. How many? 5. Okay, great. I just reduced the size. Yeah. So I feel like the table is bit visible to all now at a time. I am saying that the left join will merge with the right with the left table is going to merge with the right table based on left join. So my left join condition always come this way, like the left column with the left table will be completely should be completely available, and it should match with the corresponding values. So here in this question, I was having all the column means all the rows as one in my this left side table, table one, and all the number as one in my right side table. Now, what is happening whenever I do a join? So one will be matching with all the five agreed. So I have written 5 times 1 at first time. At for the first one, I'm saying 5 times 1. It is matched with our 5 ones, right? So if I just take this part away, let me just take this part also away. Let's take this part away. Let's take this part away. Let's take this part away. Now you see what I'm saying. My 1 has merged with all the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this 5 comes from this table. Understand? My second one is this one. The second row in the table 1 is again going to match with 5 ones in the right table. My third row is again going to match with all the rows in the right table. My fourth row will again going to match with all the rows, and similarly the same thing will happen for the fifth one also. So if you just see how many ones are getting placed now, 25. So the output will come as how if someone asks like how many times the one will be visible in the question. So it is like 25 times the output will be displayed. I hope you have understood this thing. And if I go for the inner join, what does my inner join say? It says that all matching value exclude null. Okay, this is what is the condition of inner join always. So same thing will happen, right? If you just see any null value is there, it's not there. In both the table there is no null value. All the matching value. So one will again match with all the five. The second one will again match with all the five. Third one will again match with all the five. And the same table I am going to get again. Now if you go for the right join also, what does it says? The whole right table plus matching from left table. Now just vice versa the question, okay? Just do this way now. White. Let's turn this as blue now. Blue, blue, and okay, blue. Right. So now my firstly this table will be completely will be printed like 1115 times. Okay. Now the between gaps will be filled this way. So one is matched with the first one. The same one will be matched with the second one. Third one will be matched with the third one. The first one is again going to match with the fourth one. The first one is again going to match with the fifth one. Now same thing will happen for second, third, fourth and fifth. So in short, what you will get here is again, yes, you are right, you will get here is again the same table. So this is what I wanted to show you in so that what will happen is the whole join concept will be cleared at once only. Uh, if you want any clarity, please ping me. I think I have explained it in a deep sense only. Uh, Also, if there is any question or any confusion regarding this joins or this Facebook question, anything if it is there, please ping me out. you can just give a comment, or you can just reach out to me in my LinkedIn. Anything which is in which you are convenienced, which will be good for us only. So please ping me out. I hopefully you have liked the video. You have got some understanding, like the interview based question understanding. You have also got. I think that this question has been asked in Ola, Genpat, and CK Birla as for the data analyst and business analyst roles. So hopefully you have enjoyed the video. If there is any suggestion, like you want something to get changed, that also you can recommend me. I have no issue. I am always open for suggestions and all. So please do like, subscribe, and support the channel. Also, you can look for other videos every day. One or other topic will be uploaded. Sometimes interview based questions, sometimes our problem solving type questions. So something will be uploaded each day, and these are taken from the real world scenarios only. So whoever is preparing for any DA or BA role, so they can be highly benefited from here. That's all for today. I hope you have enjoyed. Please do like, subscribe, and I will again say please do comment if you have any query. That's all from my end, guys. Have a great day. Have a great year ahead. Thank you.